and welcome back to my channel, guys. You are watching my channel Inspire with Anushka. How are you? Hope you all are fine. Guys, today we will start with a new chapter, that is diversity in the living organism, in which we study about the classification, the purpose of classification, why classification is necessary, and what is the need for the categorizing any species or any organism. So guys, let's start the topic. There are more than a million of kinds of living things exhibiting at infinite variety in the form and structure and living places. This world comprises a great number of living and non-living objects. The grouping of the living objects of the world exhibits a great diversity and variation. So living world or the animals objects are animals and plants. The variation in the plants and animals have posed a great problems to the human being for their study. So how to recognize them with their different similarities and dissimilarities. Therefore, for the beginning of them human civilization, people felt the necessary to arrange them by studying not only the morphological aspects but up to some extent their anatomy also. With the development of the world civilization, the various dissolve and discoveries included the appearance and subcellular structure and subatomical particles have created another problems in the method of systematic arrangement of the animals objects. Now their arrangement includes their paleontological, geographical and evolutionary aspects also. So guys, classification is the diversity of animals and plants life could never be studied properly unless arranged in the some kind or order. So geologists and the botanists have worked out large and small grouped among the plants and animals. These categories are based on the similarities and difference in the structures. For development and behavior, the system of grouping living form of the basis of similarities and differences is called classification. So the branch of biology concerned with the classification is known as what? Taxonomy. So the field which deals with the classification and the study of classification of any organism is known as taxonomy. So just suppose you could carry a parrot of one pair of each kind of living things through your classroom. You could spend most of your years by see more organisms that are familiar to you and may that you do not know. So long before the parade is over, you would be saying that animals looks like a dog, the plant is like a cabbage. So you could soon be saying that the particles or the parrots would be have vetted in similarities kind and just is looking like that. So we can classify and put things in the order. So why must we put all the living things in order? We have learned the classification to put the things in the order so that we can tell where the organism belongs and among other organisms, which this does not tell us why it is necessary. For this we must have to classify every things which we do not seen even. So we need a system that put the entire living world in an order. So guys, what is classification? Suppose you are a sports store. As you stored a sports item come to you, arranged or classified it into the according of their nature that item. Like that, about 2400 years ago, a Greek philosopher Aristotle tried to follow these two rules when he studies living things by the name of simple characters, where they live on land or they live in water. He discovered and divided the animals into the two different parts. This is a simple way to classify the animals, but is it correct? Certainly not. For example, animals like fish, whale, corals, starfish, crabs lives in the sea, but these animals are very different from each other in their several aspects. All these animals when kept together become They shared only one feature, the place of their living is that habitats are only same. So this defeats the purpose of the classification. So the use of important distinguishes features from which the basis of classification, similarities, character, similarities enables us to group living things together, different characters. Dissimilarities, however, separate them. In other words, similarities and differences forms the basis of the classification. So the purpose of grouping similar things into the group or the categories on the basis of similarities and the differences is known as what? Classification. The science of classification is known as taxonomy. The father of taxonomy is Carolus Linnaeus. So guys, remember all these things. Now we will discuss about the purpose of classification, that why the classification is necessary. Classification makes us the study of the wide variety of the living organism, and classification helps in the understanding the phylogeny, that is the evolutionary of the history of organism, that from where any species have been grown up. And classification also provides us the knowledge about the origin and the genetic relationship among the living organisms, that which type of categories is related to the previous one, and from where the next type of variety or next type of species has been extended. Classification also supplies the vital information needed for all the branches of the biology. So by studying the single animal or the plant of group, the classification provides information about all the organism of that group. So the need of classification is for it is not possible to study every organism. Study of one or two organism of a group can give the information about the essential features of the whole group. So there is no way to identify organism without a proper system of classification. So organism of other localities and fossils can be studied only through a good system of classification. Now we have give some light on the importance of classification. So what are the importance of classification? The first one is to know the diversity. It is given as an idea of whole range of diversity found in a living organism. The second one is system of identification. Classification gives a system for the identification is known and unknown organism. It also provides the other biological sciences, that all the biological sciences depends upon a system of classification for the study of organism, biogeography, ecology, pathology and forestry. The next importance of classification is to interrelate the organism. So it provides an information about the interrelation between the different categories of the organism. Next one is the evolution. It also classification based on the natural relationship resembles and differentiates, provides the information to phylogeny or the organism of evolution of various group of organisms, and it provides the information. The study of one or two members of the group provides the whole information about the organism of that group. So guys, this all things is about the classification, that what are the purpose of classification, what is the definition of classification, and what the needs and what's its importance. Guys, if you like this video, then please press the like button, share it with your friends and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for giving your love and concern to me.